Week 29 has arrived here in USL League One as Chattanooga Red Wolves host Central Valley Fuego from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Welcome in. I'm Josh Toll. Our game tonight is presented to you by Transcard. You're looking at these two teams trying to find 3 more points right now. Central Valley trying to catch up to Chattanooga in the standings. A win for the Red Wolves tonight. They will leapfrog the Richmond Kickers. Chattanooga also looking for their first back-to-back wins on the season. So still plenty to play for both these sides. Players also playing for contracts as well. As we take a look here at our players to watch, we'll begin with Jonathan Felipe. He's our News 12 player to watch. He was player of the week here in USL League One, a goal and 2 assists last week in the win against Lexington, the highest scoring output on the season for this Chattanooga side. They were absolutely dominating. Look at that ball just swerving and finding the near post. We'll see if they can build off that win here tonight against Central Valley Fuego, who have dropped their last 3. Zaire Vasquez is the man to watch out for 3 goals on the season. That is second on the team, and that has been where they've been lacking. It's trying to find that secondary score. Vasquez hoping to produce here as he has found a little bit of rhythm here late in the season. Now he'll see if he can produce here tonight against the Red Wolves on the road. Chattanooga looking to get back-to-back wins. Meanwhile, for Central Valley Fuego, they're looking to get back into the win column as they're looking for their first win since back in July. An exciting 90 minutes coming for you here in just a matter of moments as we get for Chattanooga Red Wolves and Central Valley Fuego starting 11 when we return.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. In classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd. And in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gig.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat, and in success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
3 more points on the line here as Chattanooga hosts Central Valley Fuego. Chattanooga looking for their first win against Central Valley Fuego as we take a look back at the 2 previous meetings between these two sides. In the last one, that game finished 1-1. Ropapa Mensah with a goal for Chattanooga, and then you also had an own goal as well for Chattanooga. Meanwhile, in the first meeting, it was Alexis Cerritos getting the lone goal in that one in the victory for Central Valley. And now we see what we get here in this final meeting of the regular season between these two sides. Central Valley Fuego looking for that first win. They've lost 3 in a row, so they're trying to find a way to get back into the win column. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they're looking to get back-to-back victories if they're able to pull out the win. As we take a look at our starting 11 presented to you by Center Sports Medicine, we'll begin with Chattanooga. Carlos Avila is getting his 22nd start between the sticks. Watch out for Ropapa Mensah up there up top. 10 goals on the season. We'll see what Marios Loomis can also do there in the midfield. Also, Omar Gomez getting his first goal in a Red Wolves kit as he scored last week against Lexington. Meanwhile, on the other side for Central Valley, it'll be Paul Lewis getting his 3rd start of the season. He has 10 saves on the year. Billy Forbes, plenty of veteran experience up front as he looks to link up with Zaire Vasquez. And then you also want to watch out for Alexis Cerritos. That man right there, 8 goals, which leads the team. The question is, who's going to be the man that's running and helping create with him? You think it could be Carrera Garcia as well as Billy Forbes up front. As we take a look at tonight's jerseys for Chattanooga, they will be in the all-gray kits with the white lettering and the white numbers. So Central Valley Fuego will be in the reds here this evening. A little bit different to see at home. You're so used to seeing that Chattanooga maroon red. As both teams come to the center of the pitch. Our referees tonight, Velimir Stefanovic. Our assistant referee, Jared Mosher. Our second, Nick Goyote. And our fourth official is Matt Geringer. Central Valley Fuego interim coach Edison Gonzalez, and interim coach for Chattanooga is Scott McKenzie. McKenzie, of course, coming over from the second side in Park City, Utah. Red Wolves looking for their 6th win at home, 8th win on the season. Meanwhile, for Central Valley, they're looking for their 4th win on the road and 6th on the year. You have to go back to July 22nd, the last time Central Valley Fuego was in the win column. That was a win against Charlotte Independence 13 games ago. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they're looking for their first back-to-back wins of the season. In their last 5, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Big crowd out once again at CHI Memorial Stadium as they continue to fill the seats. Inside 10 goals on the season, 2nd on the team in scoring. Chattanooga without the services of Mikhail Williams, who's suspended for tonight's match. And we are underway from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga Red Wolves hosting Central Valley Fuego. I'm Josh Toll, thrilled to be with you here for this USL League One matchup as this ball is played away by Central Valley Fuego. Riley Kraft will play it in. He was part of Team of the Week. Big game for Riley Kraft with a pair of assists last week on the road against Lexington. Dabo loses possession. Here's Walefi. Walefi once again wearing the captain's armband. The Brazilian leaves it into the circle. Look at both these two teams, both coaches talking about the players that they have on each side. You have to respect the players. Just games not falling the way that they would like. Manuel Madrid getting the start at center back this evening. We'll pair up with Nicholas Cardona as this hits off Central Valley and goes out of play. Madrid making his 12th start of the year. He's played a couple seasons with Phoenix Rising. He knows well on the other side, and Billy Forbes. This ball played out wide to Kraft. Kraft really with that right foot, but so good using both feet. Scott McKenzie with high praise for the youngster at the fullback position. Love to see the flares in the air. This ball denied on the entrance pass. Now sent in to the far post. Mensa was waiting as it comes up to the top of the area. Hernandez trying to fight off 2 defenders, does. Lays it off the shot, and that one nearly found the back post. El Malongo with a great look there for Chattanooga. So Malongo here with an opportunity as Hernandez able to squeeze it out. And then Malongo with the left-footed shot just wide. Check out the new 2023 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Jose Carrera wearing the armband once again this evening for Central Valley Fuego. Carrera does have 2 goals on the season. Former Chattanooga Red Wolf player. So back to familiar grounds for him. Carrera second on the team in tackles won this year with 28. See what kind of difference maker he can be in the middle of the field. Here's Carrera as he's knocked over, and that'll draw the whistle. His Red Wolf side, Alexis Cerritos leading the way with 8 goals, which is 13th best in the league. Carrera. Cerritos in the circle. Cerritos, a player that will be up top. He'll also drop back in defensively and play in that midfield. Loose with a little chip pass over. Cromwell passes the equator. Nice ball forward for Forbes. Forbes wanted to drop that back for Cerritos. Forbes might have been better taking this himself. Forbes does have 1 goal on the season out of Turks and Caicos. Previously with Detroit City, also played with Miami City. Mentioned Phoenix Rising earlier. Began his professional career back in 2012. Cromwell getting his 20th start of the season. Forbes offside. Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Central Valley's Coach Scott McKenzie talking about this game. Have to be locked down defensively on the set pieces of Central Valley. Meanwhile, they have to be able to press and manage the 1v1 battles, and here's one right here, but won this time by Central Valley. The shot fired off target. Coach Scott McKenzie wants to create chances and try to put Central Valley away. Meanwhile, for Edison Gonzalez, looking to get chances as well. Be aware of their talent. Malongo steps inside. Also talked about the set pieces. This is knotted down. Great chance by Mensah. Mensah, too much power on this shot. One hops right up and over the crossbar. Nice ball in here by Kraft. Mensah going up to get this, and you can see it just hit the turf and bounce right over. He had his man beaten Cromwell on that near post. Beautiful sunset here at CHI Memorial Stadium. Cromwell, Vasquez, a couple 14s go as Hernandez was with him. Cerritos charging up, trailing his Walefi. Vasquez loses possession as it comes to Mensah. Mensah looks to switch sides to Kraft. Kraft down the line. Malongo's been busy here in this opening 7 minutes of play. Chance here from the top of the area. Near post shot attempt right there. But that one finding its way wide. Great look. Already being dangerous early is Chattanooga. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Johnny Felipe, they had the shot back moments ago. He was a late change to the starting lineup. Plays back in as it hits off the foot of Carrera. This one nodded back and able to get there is the keeper, Paul Lewis. That was a slow roller, luckily for Paul Lewis there. Mitch North out with an injury. Mitch North on the season, 9th in saves, so Paul Lewis has 10 on the year. We'll see how he adapts to this game. Always look at communication being a big thing. Mensah charging into the area. Back post ball. Felipe. Active. Felipe, the player of the week in League One with a goal and 2 assists. Felipe now with 4 assists on the season, getting his 9th start this evening. Last year he was with Hartford before making his way over here. They came over midway through the season from Hartford Athletic. Also has played with New York Red Bulls too. Fuego side, fewest goals scored on the season. On the year, they've just scored 29. They've given up 52. They just have the 1 clean sheet on the season. Edison Gonzalez talking about those being 2 keys this week. They really want to find a way to create opportunities and finish in the final third, as well as get that clean sheet. They've been dying to get that 2nd clean sheet, and they're hoping to get it here tonight.
Concessions brought to you by Coca-Cola, the exclusive beverage partner of the Chattanooga Red.
Here's their coach, Edison Gonzalez. Gonzalez also talking about how they need to be difficult in the block for teams to beat and for teams to get through. Wants to see better transition in situational play this evening. He felt his team battled in that game against Union Omaha. Talking about how they have nothing to lose there as you take a look at interim coach Scott McKenzie. Scott McKenzie talking about how they had their best offensive performance against Lexington this past week, scoring the 5 goals. Best all-around game was at home against Ford Madison. Really doesn't feel like they've put in a full, complete game yet. Also still looking for his first shutout. On the season, the Red Wolves do have 2 clean sheets on the year. Here coaches, and a lot of times they joke about it on our conference calls. They need to score more goals and concede less. But that is the true case for both these sides, where you look at where they stand in the standings. Both at the bottom of the table. There's still a chance here to see movement late in the year, and that's what you want to see. You want to find productivity here late. These players fighting for contracts, whether it's with here or with other teams. And there's the whistle. Falling over was Lewis. There's a Mensah and DeLuce. DeLuce, the man bent over behind. He's out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Previously played with New England Revolution too, as we'll take a look back here at this foul. Central Valley trying to get another clean sheet for Chattanooga. Their last clean sheet coming back June 7th in a 2-0 win over Forward Madison. Their other clean sheet was the beginning of the year. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Malongo. Trying to get by Lemus there. Chattanooga looking for their first win against Central Valley Fuego. Meanwhile, Central Valley Fuego looking for their second win on the road here at Chattanooga. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. For that first shot on target. Charlotte Independent's Austin Pack earlier this evening becoming the all-time single-season saves leader in USL League One history. That was against One Knoxville. That game ending 1-1 as he passes Akira Fitzgerald. Diagonal ball the outside. Malongo. Kraft delivers. Chattanooga saying this should be a corner. We have a player down now in the center of the area. Down the ground is Francois Deleuze. He was down just moments ago as well. There you can see him holding his side. So hope for Deleuze that he's all right. So we are still early into this game, just over 15 minutes in. Deleuze getting his 20th start of the season. Played collegiately at Manhattan College before turning pro. Take a look back here at what might have happened. See if you can see the service in. See, he reaches his hand up immediately. It didn't look like he was hit by anyone there, so this might have happened previously. The last thing you want to do is have to use a sub here early. The Lewis being looked at. Now they're holding off at the moment on subbing on. There you see the thumbs up by Edison Gonzalez. Wins on the season for Central Valley. On the other side, 7 wins for Chattanooga. Both these two sides have 2 games remaining after this. So Deleuze able to walk off under his own power. And now we'll resume play. Lewis to send it away. No miss. Kraft connecting with Malongo once again. He's had a busy opening half. Malongo gets by one defender, trying to cross it in and sent away there by Dabo. getting another start. 10 caps with Puerto Rico. Another player that once played for Hartford Athletic back in 2021. Walefi, the captain. Kraft. This ball played up into the air by Vasquez. Chested down there by Cerritos. Cerritos grabbing the arm. There's Felipe. There's the reason for the whistle. Felipe, another player that's really come on strong here late in the season for Chattanooga. I'm talking with Scott McKenzie about Felipe. Talking about it. He's really just come in and really worked. Worked on his work rate, worked on his reaction time, just making sure that he can control what he can control. A large reason that is the work that you put in, the willingness to be able to run. He has good ability on the ball. He's a player that can really drive at the opponents. Faven has a solid foundation. Forbes gets around one man. Forbes on the end line. Hernandez back, pokes it forward, and then sent away by Kraft. Coming up was Vasquez, but Kraft able to beat him to the ball. Good awareness right there by Kraft. Vasquez nearly gives that ball. The 25-year-old able to keep it away. Hernandez pushing up, no one near him. Chattanooga looking to get that first goal. Longo. Central Valley was chasing shadows there for a moment. See Central Valley Fuego trying to get back on Hernandez, who crosses it over. Finds the feet of Malongo after it hits the player at that 6-yard box. Last year with Albion San Diego before coming over to Chattanooga. Man out of Zaire. Began his professional career with the Boston Bolts. Hernandez at midfield. Manuel Madrid. Kraft chipping it forward. Malongo can't handle the pass. Vasquez. Offside flag is up against Forbes. Pushing and shoving going on between Forbes and Walefi. Cardona. Walefi. Felipe. Here's Cardona. Cardona does have 3 goals on the season, leads the team in tackles, 1. Back post ball, Lomas playing it back to 6. Dangerous ball right there, headed down. There's more of the kick through by Mohamed Dabo. Gotta be careful of those high boots here. Dabo just trying to clear this away. There's Omar Gomez there. He's getting a warning right now. So Vilmir Stefanovic giving him a warning. Omar Gomez played under Scott McKenzie at Park City before making his way to Chattanooga. Last season he was with Colorado Rapids too. Really one of those players that is a young leader on this team, vocal, leads by example. Scott McKenzie told a story about when he got to Park City, how he came in, gave the team a speech, goes out and scores the game-winning goal. A few games later would do the same thing before moving on here to Chattanooga. Park City, the second team for this Chattanooga Red Wolves side. Beautiful parts of the country here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then have your other team in Park City, Utah. Looks like Dalus is down on the ground again. You have to think he might be done for the evening. Third time he has gone down now. Tried to give it a go, and 10 minutes later, you can see the frustration on the center back's face. So now, what does interim head coach Edison Gonzalez do here early in this game? Scoreless here in the 25th minute between Chattanooga Red Wolves and Central Valley Fuego from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Josh Toll with you this evening. Francois Deleuze, the man on the ground. And so, Edison Gonzalez giving some instructions to Andrew Forth, who looks like he's going to be the man that's going to sub on. Andrew Forth out of La Jolla, California. This will be his 15th appearance. Forth formerly with Orlando City B. So he's going to have to lace up the boots. And off we go Francois Deleuze. And you hope it's nothing serious for Deleuze. Edison Gonzalez side dealing with some injuries. Mentioned the keeper Mitchell North being one of those. At this point for Edison Gonzalez, talking about the improvement of Francois Deleuze. Really felt like that player has grown a lot here over the course of the season. But unfortunately, his night is over, and on comes Andrew Forth. Forth making his 15th appearance of the year. Now getting his first touch right here. Here's Williams. Williams is one of those late additions to this Central Valley Fuego side that's really found his form as well. Felipe. Lomas. Lomas back to Felipe. Gomez. Gomez wanted to connect with Hernandez there. Is knotted down on the play. Good job stepping from by Victor Falk for the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Still looking for a first shot on target for either side. It's been a quiet one. Good pace, though, between these two teams. Nothing to show for it as of yet. Red Wolves have been the better side in possession at the moment here. And they're stepping through as Riley Kraft to win the ball back for Chattanooga. Here's Johnny Felipe. Flick back! Lomas with a nice ball, but couldn't get it on frame. Almost had Mensah behind him. Nice Gets ball across, and then Lomas trying with the back heel. And then you see on that back post making the run was Mensah. Olefe. Felipe. Comfort ball is Malongo. He gets it. Nemo's doing a good job pressuring him inside as well as Carrera. Here's the captain, Carrera. The former Red Wolf works his way up the touchline. Cerritos dragged to the ground. Gonzalez talking about Alexis Cerritos, talking about he's just an engaging player on the field. Really picks his spots. Looks like he's just walking around. Then the next thing you know, he's just breaking the lines. Good on the dribble and a 1v1 player. He's very unpredictable out there on the field. Creates chances by pressing. Also can drop back like we've seen him do this evening. Hernandez. Over in pursuit is Falk. Falk does enough to keep Hernandez at bay. Madrid. That is Aviles. See if Central Valley might try to go over the top. Falk. Cerritos. Thinking about it. He'll let it fly. And that's going to be stopped initially. Forbes on the fall. Blocked away again by Carlos Aviles. 66 and 67 save right there for the keeper of Chattanooga. You can see Cerritos, he's just trying to tee this one up, and he does. Great initial save, and then coming on is Forbes. And already cutting off the angle was Aviles there. And now we'll have a corner for Central Valley. Central Valley Fuego looking to get on the scoreboard first. Good depth, but headed away by Lomas. Here's Omar Lemus. Out of San Jose, California, leads the team in tackles, one with 32. Also leads the club in minutes. Cerritos trying to squeeze through two defenders, does. Very nimble on his feet. Near post, and that's going to be stopped once again by Aviles. You can just see Cerritos snake his way through the defense of Chattanooga. Gets by one defender in Walefi, gets by a second defender, and then fires away. That's where that unpredictability comes into play. Belongo. Gomez. Goal last week, and he was hungry for a second right there. Don't mind the shot attempt, you just like to be on frame. Gets it off the half volley. Falk. That's touched by Hernandez as we're 33 minutes into the opening half. Best chances of the night now coming here for Central Valley Fuego just moments ago. Three good opportunities, two from Cerritos, one from Billy Forbes. Fourth switching sides, fourth the sub for Francois Deleuze. Walefe able to play the ball to himself in space. Has Lomas out to his left. That's where he goes. Ball intercepted, good job stepping through by Lemus. Lemus just with great vision there, reading that play. Almost baited Walefi into that pass. Herrera. Knocked over by Omar Gomez. Uh, 28 years old out of Pueblo, Mexico. You can see, no doubt about it. Here's Jesse Williams. Cromwell down the line. Forbes. Cardona on him. Gomez with a little space to work with. Gives up the ball to Lomas. The service, well off target on that pass. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Free to play. Download now. Abdul-Razak Cromwell goes inside. He can get it on the return, does. Has some room to work with if he chooses. Cuts inside, Cromwell. Drops it back. Dummy ball through. Dabo. Dabo loses his footing. Central Valley Fuego. He should have taken that top shot at the top of the area, maybe even Cromwell at the near post. Got to find a way to get another shot on target here. Too respectful there of Aviles, but here's a chance for Malongo! Niall Malongo with a great opportunity. Beautiful ball forward to Malongo, gets by Lemus. And Malongo with the left foot sends it wide. Malongo on the season does have 2 goals. Now he might get his 3rd there in his 11th start of the season. Central Valley looking to go direct. Aviles. Vasquez plays it in. Little give and go opportunity, but Forbes couldn't get back on the ball, and we're going to have a foul in the box, and this is going to go to a penalty for Central Valley Fuego. Fought the player down in the area. So Chattanooga committing the penalty in the box. Billy Forbes gets by, a player drops it off. And there it looks like it's Manuel Madrid committing the foul on Falk. So big opportunity here for Central Valley Fuego on the road to get on the scoreboard first. Ball table up. pop back up. Now the captain, Carrera, comes up against his former side. Looking to slot this by Carlos Aviles, who awaits. Carrera, 2 goals on the season, looking for his 3rd. Carrera looking for a 1-0 lead here before half. Aviles trying to distract the captain of Central Valley Fuego. The 28-year-old awaits the go-ahead. Carrera from the spot. Hesitation, he gets it by Aviles. Aviles guessed right, but Carrera finishes and gets the opening goal in the 40th minute of play.
A goal has been scored by Central Valley Fuego, number 10, Jose Piano, in the 40th minute of the game.
He was not fooled by the hesitation. Guesses right, can't get the right hand to it. And Aviles allows the opening goal on a PK try from Carrera. Carrera's 3rd goal of the season, and now the lead before half for Central Valley Fuego. They had a few chances earlier this half. This time they're able to capitalize from the spot. Manuel Madrid tripping up Victor Falk, leading to the goal for that man right there. Central Valley Fuego 1, Chattanooga 0. Cardona sends it forward. No danger here for Paul Lewis. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Coach Edison Gonzalez has his club up here as they look for their 6th win of the season. There you see Gonzalez. It's been a battle, some different changes made in the front office as well as on the coaching staff. Here's Johnny Felipe. Dabo with him. Dabo still on the hip. Over to help his Carrera, but spinning away is Felipe. Hernandez. Cardona, Gomez, Felipe, headed up into the air. Jesse Williams having a solid opening half for Central Valley Fuego. Try to switch sides. Malongo. Lemus and him have been going at it all afternoon or after evening. This one flicked on and Lewis able to cover it up and hit off 2 different players. Will pop a mince on Lomas as well. Look at this ball in by Malongo. Quality behind this pass. There it hits Mensah and then Lomas in front, and then Lewis able to cover it up. Falk was right there just in case for Central Valley Fuego. Talk about a tic-tac-toe pass right there. Just couldn't get the finish. whistle. They initially wanted to play advantage. And there's Stefanovic there. The man in charge in the middle of the field tonight. Madrid. Kraft. Into the area. Chattanooga saying this didn't pass the end line.
Stand up and make some noise, Red Wolves fans.
And now it will be a corner kick. Lewis coming out trying to keep this in. It was deflected on its way in on the pass try by Kraft. Here's Felipe. Corner tonight presented to you by your local Ford dealer. The service, high arcing ball. Too much height on that pass attempt. We'll have highlights and stats. We'll also take a look at the highlights from last night's games here in USL League One. How about Trevor Ammon now with 22 goals on the season. We'll also have some news and notes for you as well. Malongo, a little step over. Carrera, the goal scorer. Forbes playing to space. Avila is coming up. Victor Falk was making a run there for Central Valley Fuego. Of stoppage time added on here in the opening half. Our stoppage time presented to you by Twin Peaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The fourth official has indicated there will be a
Stoppage time brought to you by Twin Peaks. Stop at your local Twin Peaks today. LFA, the player walking off. Yeah, something in his eye. More than anything, it could be one of those pellets that comes out of these turf fields. Cerritos trying to get by two defenders, fouled by Hernandez. Cerritos just needs a little wiggle room as he tried to get by Cardona as well there, but Hernandez and Cardona taking out the legs of Cerritos. The service, near post. Leffe drops it back. Crafts. Lemus plays it down the line. Madrid. Chance maybe for Mensah. Mensah draws back for Lomas. Lomas denied on the shot by Falk. Forbes Opportunity moments ago there for Chattanooga, but couldn't get it by the back line. The Central Valley Fuego. So Jesse Williams, the man slow to get up for Central Valley Fuego. It's the reason for the hold up here right now at the moment. He's going to have to go to the sideline to get looked at by the trainers real quick before he's allowed back onto the field. One goal coming in the 40th minute from Jose Carrera from the PK spot. Central Valley Fuego hoping to add to their total. Falk. Dabo plays it near side. Cromwell back to Dabo. Williams, since DeLuce had to exit the game, is now played the left center back position as Andrew Forth has been at the right center back since he subbed on. Cerritos drops off for Forbes, looking to get on the return. Swept away, though, by Madrid. Corner coming here in the final moments of the first half for Central Valley Fuego. Cerritos now holding his side. Cromwell. And there is the whistle to end the first half. So a missed chance right there by Central Valley Fuego. Should have played that ball into the area. Instead, they elected to play it back to midfield. You can see Carrera saying, what are you doing? We need to play that ball in. So at the half, Chattanooga trails at home by a score of 1-0. Carrera with the lone goal coming in the 40th minute. Central Valley Fuego looking for their 6th win of the season. They lead on the road by a score of 1-0. Highlights and stats and more when we return.
I need to try it first.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
I need to try it first.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to head out, okay? What's your name, sir? Where you are right now?
Halftime brought to you by Outlaw Beer, Mile High Light Beer. Find your wilderness. Central Valley 1-0 over Chattanooga as we take a look back at the action last night in USL League One. Friday night action in USL League One play. We begin with Greenville Triumph hosting Northern Colorado Hailstorm, and Northern Colorado Hailstorm looking to bounce back after a loss last week. Nice ball up by Robus, finding Trevor Ammon. Ammon getting it by the keeper of Greenville for his 21st goal of the season. Nice little slip ball there by Robus, and all Ammon does is finish with the right foot. He would not be done in this game, the league's leading goal scorer, but it would be Arthur Rogers, last year's Defender of the Year, looking for his 11th assist on the season, and he would find it right here. Trevor Ammon, unmarked with the header, gets his 22nd goal of the season. Northern Colorado now just looking to shut out the game against Greenville, looking for their 12th clean sheet of the season, and they would do just that. Really, the only blemish last night for this Northern Colorado side is right here, and it would be a second yellow card handed out to Marky Hernandez. He would be shown red here as he takes down the defender, and there would come the double booking. Northern Colorado now 12 clean sheets on the season, which is tied for a league best as they get the 2-0 victory over Greenville. Meanwhile, Union Omaha looking for their 11th straight win, taking on league leader North Carolina. And a nice ball here on the set piece played in. Maybe a little pinball wizardry going around as the ball marks, bounces around, comes to the feet of Somersault. Somersault can't get it by, but who does? It's none other than Raphael Mintz again, who scores first for North Carolina. Ball just popping around. Somersault can't get it through, but finishing at the end would be Mintz again for North Carolina. But of course, Union Omaha, they would come back and they would respond just a little bit later. This ball playing out wide by Dos Santos. He would get it on the return as he attacks the end line. A nice little soft touch over, and then finishing it would be Luis Yield. That game would finish 1-1 as North Carolina remains on top of the leaderboard here in the standings. Meanwhile, for Union Omaha, they are now unbeaten in their last 11 games on the season as we take a look at the playoffs. And we can see movement 1 through 8. We'll look at the top 3 teams. All 3 of these teams have already clinched spots in the playoffs. The question is, who's going to finish as that top seed? North Carolina right now in the top spot with 57 points. Union Omaha and Northern Colorado both with 56 points each, as you have some important games coming up for these 3 teams as North Carolina hopes to end at the top of the table here by the end of this season. But 4 through 6 just as competitive. Charlotte Independence with 47 points. Greenville trying to make a run. Ford Madison as well, trying to push forward as they try to solidify that final playoff spot in that 6th position. Madison tonight taking on Lexington, so a chance for them to get 3 more points. Meanwhile, Greenville, they're going to have a tough one going against Charlotte, the team that's right in front of them in the standings. As we look at the last 2 teams battling for the spot, at 7th you have Tormenta, and then right behind them you have Union Knoxville. So they're trying to sneak their way in, and here with 2 games remaining, we could see some movement in the standings. Teams looking to leapfrog, teams might fall out of position. It's going to be a fun finish to the season here in League One as we send it back here now to news and notes from around the league.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to head out, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Your name, who you are right now.
Central Valley leading on the road here against Chattanooga by a score of 1-0. Player of the week, though, Jonathan Felipe had a goal and 2 assists in the win over Lexington, trying to produce here tonight. You look at the ownership and update here for Union Omaha. Welcome Nick Hicksom from 311, the band out of Nebraska. And then you have the 17-year-old Adrian Paleo signed to a contract with North Carolina, adding depth as they look to finish top of the table here in the standings in League One play. As we take a look at last week's Team of the Week, you look at Pablo Jara for Tormenta being the goalkeeper in that list. Arthur Rogers now with 11 assists on the season. Omar Sis for Charlotte Independence in there, as well as a Test Diouf for Lexington. And then 3 different North Carolina players as we take a look at the updated scoreboard from today's games. Charlotte Independence and 1 Knoxville. That one ending 1-1. Fort Madison and Lexington also ending a draw by 2-2. And right now, Tormenta on the road leading Richmond Kickers by a score of 1-0. Tormenta in that 7th spot in the standings, so they need a win. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule, we're back at it on Wednesday. Charlotte Independence going on the road to take on Union Omaha. Meanwhile, Central Valley will welcome in Greenville Triumph, and 1 Knoxville will take on the Richmond Kickers. That's all next week. That game against 1 Knoxville and Red Wolf Richmond will be on Friday. Here's we take a look at the Chattanooga Red Wolves' remaining schedule. They'll take on Greenville Triumph, and then they'll host Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Hailstorm trying to fight for that top spot in the standings. Meanwhile, for Central Valley Fuego, they will also take on Greenville Triumph, and they will be on the road to finish the season against the Richmond Kickers. 3 more points on the line. Fuego leading on the road. We'll be back with highlights and stats and more.
I need to try it first.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. In classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd. And in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gigs, only from EPB.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat and success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
45 minutes down as Chattanooga trails at home to Central Valley Fuego by a score of 1-0 as we take a look back at the highlights from the first 45 minutes of play between these two sides. In Central Valley Fuego, they've been the more dangerous of these two sides so far. Here, Alexis Cerritos with a shot from distance, stopped by Aviles. Billy Forbes comes up and denied once again by Carlos Aviles. Big moment right there for the keeper of Chattanooga to keep this game at the time scoreless. Forbes there on the rebound trying to get it through the legs of Aviles, but unable to get it by the keeper. Then in the 39th minute, Forbes will give the ball off to Falk. Falk tripped up by Manuel Madrid. There you can see the little clip of the ankle, and that would bring Jose Carrera, the former Red Wolf, to the spot. and he would go up and over the outstretched arm of Aviles. Aviles getting a piece of that ball, but not enough strength to make the save, as Jose Carrera will get the lone goal in the opening half here. Malongo doing some damage. A nice crossover to Mensah. Mensah plays it back off the body of Lomas, and then able to cover it up is Paul Lewis. Big stop right there by Paul Lewis to keep this game 1-0 in favor of Central Valley Fuego. 10 shots for Chattanooga, but they've yet to get one on target. Meanwhile, for Central Valley Fuego, the 4 shots on target. Possession is even between these two sides. Let's see if the Red Wolves get a little bit more creative here in the final third in the second half. For Central Valley Fuego, they need to get that second goal. They are also trying to get that clean sheet. They've been dying to get their second clean sheet of the year, and now they try to do it on the road here against Chattanooga. Of course, the lone clean sheet of the year for Central Valley Fuego came on the road, and it came against this Central Valley Fuego, against this Chattanooga side. That was a 1-0 victory for Central Valley Fuego. Alexis Cerritos with the lone goal in that first game. In the second meeting, they tied by a score of 1-1. Ibiro Papa Mensah with a goal for Chattanooga, and then an own goal as well for the Red Wolves. We did have the one substitution in the opening half. Andrew Forth came in for Francois Deleuze. But as of right now, those are the only substitutions that have been made for either side. Mikhail Williams out tonight with a suspension for Chattanooga Red Wolves. So we'll see what the second half has in store here at CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Billy Ford's looking to begin the second half. Forbes, a veteran with plenty of experience in his professional career. Both these two teams have 2 games remaining. We are underway once again here in week 29 in the second half of this game between Chattanooga Red Wolves and Central Valley Fuego from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Josh Toll with you this evening. Central Valley coming into the game have lost 3 in a row and are 0-4-1 in their last 5. Chattanooga, a big win over Lexington. They still want to get their first back-to-back wins of the season, but they have to find a way to get an equalizer first. Dabo. Lone goal from the spot by Carrera. And that is where we stand. Vilas with some great saves already in this game for the Red Wolves. Scoop pass in, nodded away by Kraft. Olefe, the Brazilian. Malongo giving chase, and back is Forth. Forth will play it back, slow roller here to Paul Lewis. Lewis making his 3rd start of the season, filling in for the injured Mitchell North. Here's Gomez. Gomez right up the middle. Slots it outside, looking for Malongo. Gomez might have been better off taking that himself. Lemus hands it over, Cerritos. Good hard challenge right there. No, the whistle on the foul by Gomez. That's good things for fullback Omar Lemus. It was said by Edison Gonzalez, talked about how Lemus really one of those most improved pros, 2nd year. Very good at creating shots and really inverting play, but very attack-minded fullback. He's just improved tremendously over the course of the season, really working on that final pass and that final shot. Let's see if he gets more involved here in the attacking third. Check out the new 2023 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. I love these gray kits as well. The maroon ones also just quality kits from the Red Wolves as well as the rest of the teams around the league. As this ball will find its way past the end line. So you have Ford Madison, which is always a fan favorite at teams. Northern Colorado Hailstorm, another one. So all these clubs doing such a good job with their unique takes on their kits. Greenville's Lunar kit as well. That'll be the next team that Chattanooga plays is Greenville. That'll be the final home game for Chattanooga before they finish on the road against Northern Colorado. Forbes. Nice little slip ball, but Hernandez right there to win the ball back for Chattanooga. Fourth. Lomas giving chase. Lewis for fourth. Pressure here by Lomas. Giveaway. Gomez. Madrid. Madrid was the guilty player that led to the penalty for Jose Carrera. He took down Victor Falk. Otherwise, it's been a pretty clean game for both sides. Red Wolves, though, still looking for that first shot on frame. Longo, he's been active all game. For Kraft. Back post, punch way deflected. It didn't get over the line. Lomas is saying it did. And Lomas and Chattanooga get on the scoreboard in the 50th minute. Well, this ball is punched away by Paul Lewis. And Lomas somehow gets enough. So Marios Lomas with the goal. His third goal of the season there. You see it punched away. Looked like it hit off the shoulder. Jesse Williams also back there for Central Valley Fuego. Well, it wasn't the prettiest goal, but it doesn't matter as long as it goes in. Red Wolves with the win against Lexington last week by a score of 5-3. They're looking for their first back-to-back wins of the season. Now looking to take the lead. Here Mensah able to get around the defender there in Cromwell, but unable to get it on target. Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Central Valley Fuego looking to take advantage of this turnover. Well, Leffie, that's clean. It looked like just stumbling over his own feet there was Falk. Looked like he just got tripped up in the carpet. Malongo cuts in. Looks to get on the return. Malongo, oh, nice turn by Malongo. Oh, through the legs, a thing of beauty. Talk about your nimble feet right there by Mael Malongo. This is a highlight reel goal. Malongo doing it all himself. Gets by the captain Carrera, gives it up to Felipe, turns and goes right through the legs of Lewis. So back-to-back games for Felipe with an assist, but how about that turnaround fourth? And then between the legs. Talk about your creativity right there. A little Picasso on the field for you. Johnny Felipe with the assist, the player of the week. Wow. That is one I cannot wait to see as a highlight later on in this. And now confidence here for the Red Wolves. 2 goals in the span of 2 minutes. And the Red Wolves lead at home. Didn't have a shot on target until the second half. And then Lomez gets, well, a fluky goal, but a goal nonetheless. And then Malongo with just absolute pure artistry to lead to his goal. Vasquez. Lemus. Craft on him. Those are 2 fullbacks that love to get up the field. Scoop pass too much there from Manuel Madrid. Forbes. Cerritos going inside. Good movement here by Central Valley Fuego. Falk. Cromwell. Headed. Cerritos going through the body there on that header attempt. Madrid, though, able to pop up. Ball in by Cromwell, and then you see the collision on the backside by Cerritos. Have to love it, you got the fans hitting the drums, kids loving it up there in the stands. The smoke, the flares that these teams use. Through ball to Falk, has Forbes ahead. Plays it near side, Vasquez. And a corner kick here for Central Valley Fuego as this game has picked up some steam. Down in the area for Chattanooga. It's Madrid once again. He was slow to get up just a second ago. Here's Victor Falk. Right-footed ball. Sent away by Walefe. Cerritos. Falk. Near post. Blocked aside by Madrid. Madrid able to get back in position to knock this ball out of play.
Chattanooga Red Wolves. Now let's defend the den, Red Wolves!
The service. Herrera, the goal scorer for Central Valley Fuego. That one coming in the 39th minute from the spot. And then just moments ago, Mael Malongo in the 52nd minute for Chattanooga, as well as Lomas in the 50th minute. And here is Malongo. Malongo, Mensah inside. Fourth coming over, trying to stop Malongo's speed. He does. Lemus. Looking for Forbes. Offside flag is up. Vilas being very aggressive there, coming off his line. Also saw Vilas earlier near midfield in the first half. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Crowd out at CHI Memorial Stadium taking in this game. A game where Chattanooga trailed 1-0 coming out at halftime, and then 5 minutes out, they would get that first goal by Lomas, and followed up 2 minutes later with a goal from Mile Malongo. Vasquez. Fourth. Forbes. Cerritos trying to squeeze through, gets by Walefe. Trying to dodge Gomez, does. You see the upper body strength there by Cerritos. The USL is celebrating Hispanic Latino Heritage Month with stories, events, and more. Bringing to life this special celebration across the league. Go to uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage to learn more. Madrid. Kraft. Malongo. Ford trying to cover that end line. Oh, what a move by Malongo to get around. Flicks it on. You can see the confidence by Malongo. Felipe squeezes by Felipe! Rainbow action for you here by Malongo. How about that? Scoop up and over, and then the flick back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. We have a substitution for the Chattanooga Red Wolves in the 61st minute of the game. Exiting the game, number 20, Papa Mensa, and entering the game, number 11, Siobhan Marsh.
So Siobhan Marsh now will sub in for Papa Mensa. Mensa second on the team in goals with 10 will head off, and now the team's leading scorer, Siobhan Marsh, back on. Marsh leading the club with 11 goals on the year. Good to see him back on the field as he was battling an injury bug as well. Marsh does have 5 caps for the Reggae Boys. Lemus. Fourth. For Central Valley Fuego, they have not won in 13 games. It could very well turn into 14 here if they can't find an equalizer. Meanwhile, Red Wolves looking for their first back-to-back wins on the season. Plenty of time for both these sides. Cromwell. Corner for Central Valley Fuego coming. The 28-year-old out of Ghana will leave this behind for Victor Falk, the 25-year-old out of Sweden. Falk second on the team in minutes coming into the evening, the former Richmond kicker. Inward swinging ball. Cleared away with ease for Chattanooga. Cromwell. For the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Malongo loses possession but then regains it. Ran into a couple different players. Began with Loomis as well as Vasquez. Vasquez, lone goal in that loss to Union Omaha last week. We'll see if he can get going here with just under 30 minutes remaining. Felipe. Little dummy ball out wide. Hernandez. And that's one that Hernandez would like back. The idea was there by Hernandez, just not the execution. And he's 23 years old, out of Walnut Creek, California. A lot of these players from the state of California. Leffy. Marsh hands it over for Lomas. Lomas to his left foot, sends it up and over the hill. This ball over by Marsh, finding Lomas. Lomas doing enough to create space on fourth. On that top left corner. Marsh wins the ball back and then gives it away to Cromwell. Lefe. Gomez for Marsh. Gomez. Lomas brings it down, and Lewis able to cover this ball up. Offside flag may have been up. Cromwell out wide. Falk plays it off of Felipe. Dabo. Lemus inside. Vasquez. That did hit off the hand there, Billy Forbes. Scott McKenzie, the interim coach of Chattanooga Red Wolves, loves his core, loves his leaders. You look at Leffy being the main one, the captain, really a player that leads by example. Then you have the youngster Omar Gomez, a vocal leader. He brings a standard of winning to the game and to the team. And then you also look at Siobhan Marsh, another player that just subbed on. Add Nicholas Cardona to that list as well in the back line. A solid core here in Chattanooga. Things not going the way for the Red Wolves this season that they would have liked. But showing some bright spots here at the end of the year. Still with goals they're looking to attain here before the season expires. Falk. Forbes, back to Falk. Nice little ball in there to Falk. And then you have the tap back there by Riley Kraft. I think Carlos Aviles was able to see that all the way through there on the near post. You can't really fault the lone goal for Aviles since it came from the spot. Jose Carrera, the former Chattanooga Red Wolf, with a lone goal in the opening half for Central Valley Fuego, as they try to find an equalizer here in the 68th minute. Corner coming for Central Valley. Back post ball, punched away. Cromwell loops it in. Collision in the box. Fourth, one of the players down for Central Valley Fuego. Madrid checking out both players for each respective team. Nice ball in here by Cromwell, who's known as a lockdown defender at that left outside back position. There you see the collision. Nicholas Cardona was the player down on the ground for Chattanooga as he pops up. But back to Cromwell. He's just a solid and confident player for Edison Gonzalez. He does a great job defensively, especially 1v1. Gives this team a different element out of the back, as Fourth is the player that's still down being looked at. Fourth subbed on for Francois Deleuze in the opening half of play. That one was just 20 minutes in about when he subbed on. There you see interim coach Scott McKenzie talking to his team. Scott McKenzie coming over from the second team in Park City for the Red Wolves. So Fourth able to pop up. So McKenzie giving some final instruction to Lomas. Lomas with the opening goal for Chattanooga. It wasn't the prettiest one, hit off his shoulder and went through, but went through nonetheless. Lomas with his third goal of the season. Malongo with his third goal as well in the year. And then Carrera with his third goal. So that's the theme. If you're sitting on 2 goals, you're most likely to score. Check out the new 2023 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Malongo, Lomas. Kraft. Prayer there over to play that ball out. Malongo. Carrera. Intercepted by Kraft. Cardona. Cardona now with a bandage around his head. Cardona shoved to the ground, and that will draw the whistle of our referee. Referee Velimir Stefanovic. Dabo looking for Lewis, chipped on, and it gets by Lewis. A poor pass back, and Chattanooga makes Central Valley Fuego pay. Siobhan Marsh with his 12th goal of the season. This is just poor execution by Central Valley, and then the top scorer of Chattanooga makes them pay. Just able to poke it around Lewis, and now a commanding 3-1 lead for the Red Wolves. Marsh gets his 12th goal of the season in the 73rd minute. Just not enough weight on that pass, and Marsh sees and he just pounces on it. If you're interim coach Scott McKenzie, you have to be thrilled with the way that your team's played for a majority of this game, but especially out of the second half. That one blemish in the opening half coming from the penalty. Cerritos plays this out wide. Vasquez. But other than that, it's been a pretty clean game for the Red Wolves. They started off slow, but they found their rhythm. The captain is down for Chattanooga, while Efe, such an integral piece to this team. There you see, while Efe just looks like hitting on top of the shoe there. FA up. Well, FA is going to have to go over the sideline here to get looked at. Round of applause from the crowd. Vasquez going up and over Felipe. They win tonight for the Red Wolves, and they will leapfrog Richmond Kickers in the standings. Take a look back at this. You see Vasquez trying to avoid Felipe, gets undercut in the process. Chattanooga would also be 1 point behind Lexington, who sits 9th in the standings. Felipe, the player of the week, last week's USL League One play, has an assist tonight. That one coming on the Malongo goal. Marsh, who has the 3rd goal for Chattanooga tonight, looking for Lomas, but back defensively is Jesse Williams. Williams, the guy who's come on late here for Central Valley Fuego on the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last call for alcohol.
Now we'll have a substitution here for Central Valley Fuego.
Once again, this is your last call for alcohol.
So Harold Hansen will come on. Omar Lemus will come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a substitution for Central Valley.
Harold Hansen making his 20th appearance of the season.
Entering the game, number 45, Harold Hansen, and exiting the game, number 17, Omar Lemus.
Madrid. This ball stabbed down by Williams. Cerritos. Carrera, the lone goal scorer for Central Valley. Here's Hansen getting his first touch. Felipe. Walefe. Marsh. The Jamaican splits the defenders. Marsh with the left, denied by Lewis, but he spills it. Ball still loose bouncing around, and now Lewis able to cover it up. Marsh claiming a handball. I don't think he's going to win this argument, though. Marsh will slither his way through two defenders and still finds a way to get the shot off. Great stop by Lewis. And then trying to cover it up. Williams back for Central Valley Fuego, and then Lewis able to dive on top of the ball. Felipe was behind the play, being stretched out. And now Mo Espinoza will come on. And he'll replace Mael Malongo, who had a beautiful goal earlier in this half. So Malongo leaves after scoring his third goal of the season. Well-deserved round of applause. Espinoza will make his 19th appearance of the year now. That is a highlight you'll want to stick around for after the game of Mael Malongo. Central Valley Fuego had the better opportunities in the opening half, led to the goal from the PK spot, but in the second half it has been all Chattanooga. Forbes gets around Hernandez. Forbes crossing the ball in. There's Kraft. Carrera trying to elude the pressure here of Felipe. Zigzagging his way beyond midfield.
Audio is the official sports team of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Espinoza coming in the near side. Marsh has Kraft on the overlap, but he'll go inside. Marsh. Falk. Vasquez. Espinosa able to head that ball in the air. Cardona, we have a player down behind in the circle for Chattanooga. We'll get up next for Central Valley Fuego. They'll take on Greenville Wednesday night, 10 p.m. as Johnny Felipe is able to sit up. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they'll play Saturday at Lexington. That game will kick at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now Andrew Paoli will come in, and Johnny Felipe will head off after an assist tonight. Experience with the U18s for the USA. He'll come on for his 19th appearance, and Felipe will head off. The Player of the Week's night is over here for Chattanooga. Rebels now just trying to hold on for the victory and trying to keep this game at least at 3-1. Central Valley Fuego just looking to get that second goal right now. They have not had many chances here in the second half. A little under 5 minutes remains. We'll see how much stoppage time will be added on as well to this game. Vasquez, Kraft getting back defensively. You can still see the effort here for the Red Wolves. Trying to win the balls, trying to play with possession, and also trying to create in the final third. March has been great since he is subbed on here in the second half for Ropapa Mensah. Espinosa looking for Lomas. On the near post, though, is Lewis. Falk switching sides. Dai over his Cardona, wins the ball back. Good stretch of the leg right there by Cardona. You always have to have that hard challenge where you go to the ground. Sometimes it's just a simple play like that that can win you the ball. Didn't overcommit, just made the right play. Olefe. Forbes. Played on to Dai. Dai subbing on earlier in this half for fourth. And now we'll have another substitution come on. David Diaz will come on the field for Billy Forbes. Diaz making his 11th appearance of the season. Another kid out of California, out of North Hills. Cardona. Dai playing it forward. Gomez. Still have to love the effort that Central Valley Fuego is showing as Cromwell's handed a yellow card. Tonight's yellow cards presented to you by Tennessee Highway Safety Office. You see, gets the back legs of Hernandez. Marsh dragged to the ground right there by Harold Hansen. No doubt about that one. And that's a foul that Hansen doesn't need to commit. Well, it's going to go to the wrong player, as it's going to be handed to Jesse Williams. But this looked like it should have gone to Harold Hansen. Williams was there, but there you see the grab and the pull down there. That should have gone to Hansen. Just a miss on numbers there as Williams got over in front of Marsh. We'll have 5 minutes stoppage time brought to you by Twin Peaks. Stop at your local Twin Peaks today. Espinoza with the left foot. Back post, oh, nice ball there by Espinoza. Manuel Madrid, he wanted that goal. Would have been his first of the season. Nice ball in here by Espinoza, one of the substitutions here tonight for the Red Wolves. And just getting under and popping it well up into the air was Madrid. Must have atoned for that foul in the box. Kraft. Want to slip it through to Lomas. Dai trying to cut it back to his left. Dai near post. That could have changed things here in stoppage time if he's able to sneak this by Aviles. Chattanooga requesting offside, don't get it. And he had room there. Aviles was a little bit too far off that near post. And while F.A. is going to be handed a yellow card here. Oh, sorry, they're going to give it to Carlos Aviles. So while F.A. arguing the case for his keeper. Maybe for a little delay there. Cards tonight presented to you by Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The caution station weather warning to Chattanooga Red Wolves, number 12, also 5-year-olds, in the 90th minute of the game. This yellow card.
2 games remain for both these sides. Up next, for Central Valley Fuego, they will host Greenville, and they'll finish the season on the road at Richmond. Meanwhile, for Chattanooga, up next for them, they'll also take on Greenville, and they will finish the year on the road at Northern Colorado. Pais in, Lomas out. Lomas, who scored the first goal for the Red Wolves back in the 50th minute. He'll sub off with 3 goals now on the season. And Paez will look to close out the game. Cromwell. Paez on his hip. Gomez will shield away the defender and Falk there and get the whistle at the same time. Well, FA will check on Gomez. A little stretch of the leg. With this win tonight now, Chattanooga has leapfrogged the Richmond Kickers in the standings. They have a chance to catch Lexington. Lexington 1 point ahead of the Red Wolves. Dabo. Espinoza. And now Chattanooga just waiting for that final whistle as they look for their 8th win of the season. And for the first time this year, they have back-to-back wins. It has been a long time coming, but it has arrived for the Red Wolves. They get the win tonight, 3-1 over Central Valley Fuego. Interim coach Scott McKenzie has to be thrilled with his team's performance here tonight as we take a look at our Timbercraft Whiskey man of the match, and it's Mael Malongo, a thing of beauty on his goal in the 52nd minute to get the game-winning goal for Chattanooga. Now we'll take a look at the save of the match presented to you by the Chattanooga Hotel. And here's Cerritos looking to tee this one up. Long range. Aviles makes the initial stop, and then, oh yeah, I'm going to make another save on Forbes, preventing Forbes going between the legs to get a goal for Central Valley Fuego. 2 beautiful stops right there from the keeper of Chattanooga. Chattanooga gets their 8th win of the season. Unfortunately for Central Valley Fuego, they are handed their 20th loss of the year as the Red Wolves finish with the win tonight by a score of 3-1. Highlights when we return.
I need to try it first.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. In classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd. And in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gigs, only from EPB.
I need to try it first.
Chattanooga Red Wolves come from behind to get their 8th win of the season as they get the victory by a score of 3-1 over the Central Valley Fuego. We'll take a look at our full-time highlights brought to you by CHI Memorial. We go back to the 39th minute. Here, a nice ball in, and then tripped up his fault by Madrid. Billy Forbes able to get by 2 defenders, drops it off, and there you see the outstretched foot, and that would send Jose Carrera to the spot, and the former Red Wolf knocks it right up and over Aviles for the opening goal of the game back in the 39th minute of the first half. Things would be going Central Valley Fuego's way, but then in the 50th minute, that is when the Red Wolves would respond. Well, how about the game from Malongo? Plays the ball over, and Kraft crosses it over, hits off Lomez's chest, and goes in for the opening goal of the game for Chattanooga. Good punch there by Lewis, but can't clear it away. And here, this is a thing of beauty. Malongo just driving for it. Just spins on the ball, goes between the legs of Lewis, and that would be the game-winning goal. Gives the ball up to Felipe. Smart play on the combo pass, and then the finish between the legs for Mael Malongo, the man from Zaire, with 3 goals now on the season. But this Chattanooga side would not be done here. You have the poor pass back, and making them play is Siobhan Marsh with his 12th goal of the season. A great goal right there to ensure the victory for the Chattanooga Red Wolves as they take this one by a score of 3-1. As we look at our stats, 19 shots for the Red Wolves, just 7 for Central Valley Fuego. 4 of those, though, on target. 5, meanwhile, on target for the Red Wolves. As we take a look at the updated standings, and there you have it with tonight's win. Chattanooga in that 10th spot. Central Valley Fuego will remain in the last position, but still 4 teams now have clinched, with Charlotte Independence getting a draw earlier tonight. Tonight's post-game recap presented to you by Smart Bank. Experience Smart Bank as Chattanooga Red Wolves get their first back-to-back wins of the season, taking it at home by a score of 3-1 over Central Valley Fuego. Up next for the Red Wolves, they will play Saturday at Lexington. But for this crew, I'm Josh Toll saying thank you for tuning in as Chattanooga wins 3-1 over Central Valley. Good night.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.